thanks for checking out these. We have these for you. Exclusive digital show, the Good Day Austin Roundup.
We're highlighting and talking about some of our favorite segments from the morning show that you might have missed.
I'm Good Day Austin anchor Amanda, joined by fellow anchors Dave, Casey, meteorologist Zach, and our digital editorial lead, Donnie.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the morning show and weather videos in just a minute. First, though, we are going to have some cold ones.
We are.
Beer me now.
I will beer you. All right, so
come on.
Here we go. All right, we have some options here.
Hold on.
All right.
Here it is.
We have some West Coast IPAs.
Ooh.
We have some Electro Limes.
You want an Electro Lime?
What's the difference?
So, if we want to run up the prompter real quick.
Does the Electro Lime supposed to take lime?
This is all non-alcoholic beer. That's why we're able to have it. I know, yeah. Best Day Brewing. They're doing a brew-through pop-up at Magic Owl Records on West 12th Street for Dry January, if y'all are participating. Pop-up's going to offer complimentary 6-packs of Best Days beer to all guests, as well as feature appearances from artists, musicians, athletes. Dates for the event are January 10th and 11th, the 13th and 14th, the 16th and 17th, 2 to 6 p.m. every day. Beers include, as what we're drinking, West Coast IPA, this Electro Lime Cerveza, and the Kolsch. I like the Cerveza.
I like the Cerveza.
That's my
too.
favorite. Each beer is crafted with premium, non-GMO vegan ingredients.
Nice.
Brewed to full strength before gentle alcohol removal.
It's
whatever that
brewed
is.
for doers, surfers, climbers, early risers,
preserve the
free
flavors
divers,
and the aromas.
et cetera,
That's pretty
et cetera.
good.
So they also were here on Monday. They filmed for Tierra's Texas, so make sure you watch that. I think it's going to premiere on Sunday.
We talked about this the other day, but you were going to do this, and I said, I wanted the Kolsch, and I grabbed the IPA.
You can open this one as well.
What is
Cheers.
Kolsch?
Now
what
we're-
does
now
that
we're-
mean?
What do you think?
Kolsch?
What do you think?
Kind of a different kind of beer,
Zach?
kind
I
of
like it.
lighter.
Tastes
It
like
really
beer.
does taste like a beer, right?
Sure does.
It tastes
So that's
like
what I
beer.
was talking to Tierra about when she said they were going to be on a show. I'm like,
Felt a little tipsy though.
it's
wow.
Well, it's
I
important.
like it. It's
Well,
psychological.
It is
funny
important.
thing, I recanned yours, Zach, just to make sure.
I know it.
It is important to note, a non-alcoholic beer does have a little bit
A
of.
very small amount.
Yeah,
well,
it's-
because,
A trace
as they
amount.
said, they brew it to
Yeah.
alcohol,
Yeah.
with alcohol in it, and then they remove it.
Yeah.
Great,
That's how it
gets all
works?
fired.
Yeah, that's what
Great.
they said, yeah.
Got 3
Thanks,
grams
Donnie.
of protein.
He gets
Wait,
all
can
fired
I
up.
still drive?
You're gonna be. It is a non-alcoholic beer.
Yes,
You'll
you
be
can.
fine. Everyone will be fine.
He's written about the protein. That's my
protein
main
shake.
source of protein in the new year. Non-alcoholic
You're gonna see.
beer.
You're gonna see Casey
Hold
in the
the
morning.
steak. Just give me another one of those.
That's got
powder,
protein in
a
it.
little.
Yeah, just feeling healthier and healthier. Okay.
Where's it say the protein on here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
68
Your protein's not
calories?
listed. Oh, it's right there. Protein.
Oh, yeah, 2 grams.
You have 2 grams. I have 3.
Mine has 2,
Oh,
and we have
bulking up.
14 grams
Yep.
of carbohydrates.
Oh, yeah,
all right,
more than that
well,
one.
we got a lot of carbs on that one.
Less carbs.
Maybe
in
it's,
this one.
could it be the salt? No.
Well, cheers to y'all.
Cheers.
And like I
Cheers.
said, make sure you
Cheers.
check out Best Day. They're going to be on
Yeah.
Tierra's show on Sunday.
Happy
Sunday,
New Year.
Sunday,
and
Sunday.
Happy Dry January.
Exactly. Yes.
That just disappeared, didn't it?
Nah,
Well, no. This is why you're Dry January. This is
a
why you drink that.
non-alcoholic
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah,
It's good.
cool.
Good
Tastes
option.
All right, now
All
Zach's
right,
gonna take
first,
away.
weather around the world of 2025. A record-breaking snowfall in the Midwest recently, thanks to a winter storm that brought blizzard conditions. This video is from Independence, which is just east of Kansas
been
City,
there.
Missouri, showing the windy conditions and the snowfall, producing the blizzard-like conditions. By the end of the day, nearly 12 inches had been recorded. Kansas City International Airport, the National Weather Service says that made it the 4th largest single calendar day snowfall on record
Very specific
in
stat.
Kansas City. And thanks to that snowpack up there across the Midwest and the plains, that's why the cold weather's sticking around here in Central Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that air can't warm up when it goes over that thick snowpack up there in the Midwest and plains.
My parents live in Eastern in Topeka, and they told me they got 14 inches.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know exactly where they got that number, but
Yeah,
that's what they said.
I can see your dad out there with a ruler.
Yes.
I bet that's a specific measurement.
I'm not exactly sure how they got
bet it
that,
is,
but
yeah.
All right, that storm made roads slippery and icy, and one Kansas Highway Patrol trooper recorded a video to show just how bad it was. While responding to a semi-rollover in McPherson County, Trooper Ben Gardner reportedly slid across several feet of the roadway in his shoes to demonstrate just how icy the surface of the road was. Officials say that there was up to 1/3 of an inch of ice accumulation in some spots. That's a lot.
That's what makes it so tough. I mean, the snow falls, and you're like, that's not the end of the world. But once it gets packed down and it refreezes sometimes, of course, it's not.
That same system, as it moved into Kentucky and West Virginia, produced what they call an ice sandwich. It snowed, and then it iced, and then it snowed.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, at least for a while, that snow is good.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
then it
yeah,
just
yeah.
becomes more ice. And I remember walking around when I worked and lived in Kansas City, seeing patches of ice and deliberately either trying to avoid them or I got to step care, and you still slide on those
Yeah.
things. It's just so dangerous,
Not
let alone driving on it.
And it's like so deceptive because, like you said, you look at it and you're like, yeah, it's fine.
Well, that black ice.
That get you. All right, we've had some freezing temperatures around here, but it's nothing compared to the temperatures in Alaska. Meteorologists with the National Weather Service, they were kind of bored up there in Fairbanks, decided to throw some hot water into the air, and guess what happened? Created a visible cloud-like effect. So how cold was it exactly? Negative 35 degrees.
35 below.
That's why they didn't have anything to do, Zach. They were like, well, I guess we'll just go outside and throw
Clear as
some hot
can
water
be,
in
and
here.
it's super cold.
That guy's not dressed up enough.
not.
Even just to be out there for 2 minutes, I'm sure he ran right back
His
in.
ears.
I guess he's used to
His
it.
skin
I
exposed.
was going to say, if you live in Fairbanks, you're probably like, meh.
Or he's like, I'm only going to be out there for a few minutes.
I've never been anywhere that cold. I have no idea.
I don't know
what
if
that
I've ever
feels
been
like.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I've
I'm
definitely
quite
been in
certain
negative
I have
degree
not.
I
temperature,
think
but
your
not negative
I think your
35.
eyeballs like
Yeah.
freeze when you step outside.
We've had
Well,
wind
I hope someone
chills
was there to
close
lead
to
him back
10
in
to
that-
20 degrees below zero.
Here, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Wind chills.
That's not good.
And finally, a reminder that cold weather can be fun also. Check out this dog in Canada leaping through the snow in Ontario.
It's
Oh,
coming.
there
It's
he
coming.
is.
There he goes.
Come on, come on.
There he goes.
You can make it.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, it is.
Look how happy he is.
Either that or desperate to get back in the house.
Yeah. My paws are freezing.
It's like I just needed to go use the facilities.
Oh, no, he likes it. He likes
Well, he
it.
didn't have to go that far.
That's a special spot, Zach.
Yeah, it's probably
You know?
a good spot.
Yeah, you got a spot, you got a
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, as I
looking-
learned from your
looking for
Insta
the
story
spot.
last night.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you call it? The poop patch?
Mariah calls that the poop patch.
poop patch, yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I did
Well,
that.
and they go quicker if they go to their little patch.
Yeah.
Instead of searching around.
Definitely want to do that.
Impressed that he found it, if that's
Bo
the case.
still took forever yesterday. I'm like, come on.
Oh no, this morning Maple as well. I was like, all right, come on. She's like, and it's cold. Like,
They don't
She's
know.
not working on the same time scale you are. Get a little more time to work with.
all right, let's get to some of these fun stories that we had throughout the week. Squid Game season 2 dropped not too long ago on Netflix, and in honor of this, Adelie and Libby decided to try one of the games from the show's first season. Maybe you remember it. The latest keeping score, the two decided to take on the Dalgona Cookie Challenge. It supposedly takes about 5 to 10 minutes to accomplish. Neither of them could, and both had to suffer a consequence.
They're no longer with us.
Wow. No.
That's
Thankfully, it wasn't that.
intense.
Oh, okay.
I did
Yeah,
see
yeah,
them both in
yeah.
the newsroom yesterday.
Okay,
If
good.
you are curious
I made
to
it
know
through.
what it is, you can. Oh, we've got to check out the Good Day Austin
Yeah.
page.
Tease, Amanda. You know?
Oh,
I didn't realize they were licking all over that. They left one of those back. But Mike was like, what is this? Now you,
Because remember in the show, that's how you wet
I don't.
it.
I never watched the show.
Okay, you wet it so that you can easily, because when it's dry, it's going to crack. Because the whole point is you get the shape out of it without
yeah.
without
Forgot about
cracking the
that.
cookie and the whole design.
all I
Yeah, go-
remember
yeah,
so you
is
lick it
Mike's
till
doing
it's
it.
wet,
the
so you
sweat
have to
beads on the contestants, and they're just so nervous.
So they actually didn't lick it enough, is what I would
You
say.
guys are smelling that cookie, weren't you?
I was not. I have not touched that thing, but it was passed around, and a lot of people trying to figure out what that was. Mike was trying to figure out what the clothespin in there was.
I hope,
There's
hope
a
you
Not
all
big.
did
in
it.
there?
Well, that's a gift for the design. We're not big Squid Game fans.
Yeah, I
that's
still
why.
haven't seen it.
It is very good, season 1.
It's-
Season
it's
2 is
very-
really
it's
good
very
as well.
violent.
Did you watch
I haven't
season
done
That's what I've heard.
yet.
I've watched the first 2-3 episodes of season 2.
And it's
and,
good. I hear there's way more violent.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Because the first season wasn't violent
I
enough?
haven't gotten into the game section
How
yet.
can you get more
so-
violent?
Yeah.
Well, you know, you got to up the ante. Although we'll say there have been like the critiques of it is because they kind of split the season 2, season 3 because there's only going to be 3 seasons, so they kind of split it up so it kind of ends cliffhangery, I guess, and so a lot of people are like, because you got to wait for the next season.
Okay.
Still good. You should watch
Okay.
it. All right, we started out the roundup with a little beer option for dry January. It's not.
Should I start cleaning this
Yeah,
while we
maybe,
talk?
yeah, Mike, sorry
Oh,
about
your
that. That's-
suit.
No, that's okay. I just don't want in the evening.
This is why we can't have nice
This
things.
is why we can't have
David.
nice things.
All right,
Well,
well,
since we're
Mike
since never
kindly
happened
gets
to
us
This
some
one's
paper
going.
towels.
This one's going to the dry cleaner.
Yeah, just get some paper towel. You're good.
Yeah, we're fine.
We'll
No
talk
alcohol.
about the.
We're fine.
Just
we're
don't
fine.
get pulled over after work. Sir, why does it smell like beer in your
Don't worry
car?
about it.
It's all over
Yeah,
me.
all right, popped a bottle. Okay,
thank you.
I'm sorry. Yes, we're gonna.
Look at that.
Are those like
Nando's.
nice?
You better hurry. You better hurry. We need a lot more
I
than
got you.
that.
Hey, we got. Hey,
Maybe Dave has a method. Okay,
All right,
Donnie,
we'll
I'll try
get
it
into
here.
the
Yes, not my
non-alcoholic
first.
spirits now. Thankfully, we don't have any on that Dave can spill, so
No.
we're all right there.
Yeah.
First, we're going to talk about some options they have from Desert Door, the spot known for its so tall. Has several mocktail
smell
options,
great in here.
including the Ain't Got Time, Go Nuts next month, and what they're making, the personal
Smells like a
trainer.
brewery.
There's a drink called the personal trainer.
Yes, apparently that's what he made, yeah.
Oh, I don't want to be walking around with a personal trainer.
You can check those mocktails and the cocktails out at the distillery in Driftwood. Head to desertdoor.com for the full details. I always love going out to Desert Door. I think they have a really nice
Thanks, Mike.
spot out there for they have some food options, things like that. So,
Don't mind me.
yeah, make some good mocktails.
Had another spot with some non-alcoholic options
This is gonna
is
smell very
60
endearing here.
Vines, which recently opened in the Domain. Joe, the
want me to run
bartender, no, I got it. Stopped by to highlight a few non-alcoholic wines. I did not try those.
Oh, you didn't? He had a cocktail for you. Is that what it was?
I had the cocktail,
Okay.
which has it had blood orange in there. I forget what's in it. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember you were like, oh, this is great.
And I'm also happy to say I didn't spill it.
Did you get to eat that charcuterie?
We didn't.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right, 60 Vines.
Lost it. No, they were very nice. They gave us some gift cards to drop by there again. It looks like a really.
Yeah.
I didn't get any of them.
Yeah, I took those with me.
David, you got it all. You got it far up your jacket.
Well, when you spill, you got to get your money's
Oh,
worth.
apparently.
But here, what I love and fall in love
Oh,
with.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
What do you remember? Do you remember what the things he put inside the drink are?
Ingredients?
Not to get back to you on that.
Okay.
But it was like blood.
It was like a cinnamon
blood
stick or
orange in
something.
there.
Right there, yeah, it
There was a
looks like a
slice of
cinnamon
grapefruit
stick.
to decorate it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's like within walking distance from my place, so if y'all want to go, let me
No,
know.
I'm sure you go there all the time.
I will be.
Donnie of the
I was
Domain.
literally just texting with a friend of mine because she has a friend that's staying in one of the hotels in the Domain. She's like, where should we go eat? And I was like, that's a good question. Where should you go
For
eat?
those of you new around here, we joke with Donnie because this guy, you're going to see him anywhere and everywhere.
Except
he
where he
shows
lives.
up for anybody and everybody. He leaves the Domain.
Yeah, it's because no one comes up there usually.
I guess
Zach is up there frequently.
Also,
One out of
I'm
five.
sorry.
1 out of 5.
And now we're just told the world you live in the Domain, but you live somewhere, maybe or maybe not.
Nobody
he lives
knows
in the
where
Domain.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's lots of locations there.
But-
There's a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's
There
true.
are.
You ever seen that
Yeah.
soccer stadium, Q2? That's where he lives.
It's amazing.
I think I clean.
You did a
You did a
good
good
job.
job.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
jacket, though, on the upper.
Yeah, you might need to get a little water.
This
yeah.
might be a dry cleaning issue.
Yeah.
We'll worry about that later.
I think you're good.
I think you need a little more.
He's it's right here.
Oh, dear. How about that? Do I want you to help me? No, I do not.
One final option for you for your zero-proof needs, whiskey cake. They made two options, including the PTO. Whiskey Cake has several locations in Texas as well as Oklahoma and Florida. You can visit the location in Round Rock on I-35. So what? This is the name of the place, Whiskey
Yes.
Cake. They don't make a
We've
whiskey
eaten
cake.
there, one of the ones in Houston.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One of
I'd never
my
heard of it
wife's
until they came
favorites.
on the
She,
show. Really?
Well, she loves the whiskey cake specifically.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's, I mean, it's named after their,
you can
okay.
end your meal if you'd like with a whiskey
So
cake.
they do have a whiskey cake.
They sure do. It's very, very good.
We should
But
have them
a bunch
back
of other
on to
good
bring the
foods,
whiskey cake.
So is it
Yeah,
similar
yeah.
to like a rum cake? You know, like the.
Sure.
Just with whiskey, yeah.
I'm not big on the analysis.
Okay.
You just eat it.
I'm big on the
yeah.
put it in front of me and let me eat it.
Yeah.
But Katie really liked that drink. She said that PTO, it looked kind of like a pina colada kind of, right?
I think it was a virgin
Yeah.
pina
Yeah,
colada.
keep it
Just
away. Keep it away from Shields, Mr. Anti-Coconut.
I almost got Amanda a cake when we bought a cake for her birthday, and I almost got one that was really cute. It was the shape of a cat. But it had coconut all over it, and so that's why I didn't, because I knew Zach would
Well, it wasn't his
leave the
cake.
room.
Can't ruin
I
my
know,
cake.
but you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. Next time.
I didn't know that about Zach. You don't like coconut?
Oh no.
Strongly opposed.
I mean, I could have.
negative.
I was the one who placed the order for Zach's 25th anniversary. In case you don't know,
Thank you.
he had an anniversary.
we'll get
this
to-
week.
we'll get to
oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
and I got it from Susie's Bakery, and they make an amazing coconut cake. I mean, it's got pineapple filling inside. It is so delicious, and a little part of me wanted to get that. but I said no. This is for Zach. So I did
appreciate
not.
it. It was delicious.
Coconut and pineapple.
Yeah, that's where the filling is inside. So it's
that
a
sounds so
coconut cake,
good.
but the filling.
Yeah.
It
Well,
is
we talked about this.
yummy.
I don't love coconut on the sweets
Yeah.
either. But I'm
coming around.
not militant. Well, no, I always said that. But I like pina coladas. Of course,
Yeah.
getting caught in the rain and all that other
Yeah.
stuff. And then I like coconut shrimp.
Me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
shrimp.
Yeah.
With the pineapple sauce.
Yeah. Yes.
thing?
Yeah. That's very good.
have
More for us if we ever eat it around Shields.
Next time Zach's on vacation, we'll have a whole coconut
Yeah.
party. Just so it's not, you know. Yeah.
We're laughing. He's totally going to do it. We're going to tune into the roundup when the next week he's off. Yeah.
A popular New Year's resolution is to get organized. Tiara got some advice from Methodize Austin to do just that for all areas of the house. Some highlights include the entryway mudroom. You can use labeled bins to streamline the drop zone or install a wall-mounted shelf, cubbies maybe for quick grab-and-go items. In your kitchen, you can use drawer dividers and stackable bins, as well as designate a home area for appliances that you don't use too often. Remember to use uniform hangers in your closet and a one-in, one-out policy.
I follow that
Gross.
very closely.
The one-in, one-out policy?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's so good. And
You have to. I have a very small closet, so
I
you have
follow.
to.
I follow the. I have to use it at least once a year. If not, it doesn't need to be in the closet.
So every year you kind of purge.
one in, one out is even more aggressive. It might
yeah.
be something you like, but something just moved
Nope,
into
you
the
gotta
neighborhood.
look and see, and you gotta go. Okay.
Love you, shirt, but
I
you
don't-
gotta go.
Sorry.
That's
yeah.
nice because if you're happy with everything, at least I'll keep you from buying stuff. It's
That's true.
one
That's
of
the
two
idea,
ways.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
the
right.
idea, yeah.
A new series debuted on Fox this week. One of the stars came by to talk about it. Molly Parker stars in Doc as a doctor who suffers a brain injury and forgets the last 8 years of her life. She returns to work and must navigate her new normal with the people who remember everything she doesn't. The show airs Tuesdays on Fox 7 at 8 Central Time.
So it's based. I thought it was really interesting. She said it was based off an Italian show, a popular Italian show,
Yes.
which was also
That is
based,
based
off
off
a
a
true
true
story,
story,
which is
yeah.
kind of interesting.
I can't-
So I need to
Again,
look more
it's-
into the true story.
So when you wake up and you find out you're divorced and the kids have grown up.
Well,
I mean,
there's-
She doesn't realize it.
Well,
yeah.
I'll say there's this great book by Leanne Moriarty. It's called What Alice Forgot, and it's that premise. Well, she's not a doctor, but this woman, she hits her head, she goes in a coma, and when she wakes up, she thinks it's 10 years before.
that's
and she's
crazy.
going through a
that's
divorce.
crazy.
Yeah,
So
and,
wild.
and she's
Yeah, it
actually
would be.
going through a divorce, and it's a
wow.
great book. You know, What Alice Forgot. I highly recommend it.
Gio's gonna read that.
I know.
Trying to get him to read.
It's a good
more.
vacation book.
He's not a big reader.
I'm gonna watch that show.
You gotta watch this
Well,
show.
you know, Scott Wolf is going to be here. He's scheduled to be here
When?
in
Party
studio.
Five? Party
Have we,
guy?
yes,
I believe
yes,
sometime
Party
next
Five.
week, maybe. He's supposed to be here.
For what? ATX Film Fest?
No,
he's
for
gonna be in
Doc.
studio for
He's
Doc.
on that
He's going to be
show.
on our show.
He's on Doc.
Yeah, we'll be recording with him, playing some games. I'm really excited about this game.
I finally figured out where that
So
actress,
excited.
I saw her before. I was like, for weeks, I'm like, where is she from?
In House of
Deadwood.
Cards.
Deadwood.
Oh, Deadwood.
She was
Deadwood?
also.
Yeah, I saw House of Cards.
House
yeah.
of Cards.
That's what
yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
House
yeah,
of
Is
Cards.
that where she got her Emmy nominee?
I don't know.
Oh.
She's a Canadian actress.
Oh, okay.
I think
Really?
we- Yeah.
So is it a Canadian Emmy?
Well, no, I'm
almost
Canadian.
Canadian. Disappointed.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I said
Canadian.
comedian actress.
I was just saying. It was such a what? No.
I'm like,
No
well, maybe-
Canadians on our shows. No,
I
sir.
said comedian.
Canadian, so a lot of her work is out for
Impressive,
yet?
Zach.
No, not yet.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Keep going.
Special Forces,
Your beer.
World's Toughest Test is back for a third season on Fox. And two of the stars talk to us about what we can expect. The first, Bachelorette Trista Sutter, and actress and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Denise Richards, talked with Katie about it. Sutter and Richards are two of the celebrities on the show who are out in the elements and put on a training course similar to the one that the Special Forces, the U.S. Special Forces, use. Other contestants this season include NFL quarterback Cam Newton, Olympic swimmer Nathan Adrian, and actress and Austin resident Christy Carlson Romano. Who's
Miss
that?
Kim Possible herself.
Oh,
Yeah.
what do you mean Kim Possible?
You know the
like
show?
the little show that
Yeah,
my son
cartoon.
watches?
Kim Possible on Disney
The
Channel?
cartoon show.
Yeah, she was the voice of Kim Possible.
Oh, she's the voice? She lives here in Austin? I gotta get her with
It's a little
Carson.
podcast.
Who's this voice,
She's
Carson?
married.
Well, I don't mean set him up.
That's what it sounded like.
And they grow up so fast.
I'll be set for life.
It's like, hey, we got
Guess
someone you
who's
want to
coming
meet,
to dinner?
Miss Romano. We have a special someone for you. I mean, if things work out, just,
You can watch Special Forces Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central on Fox 7.
I've always been very intrigued by that show, like every season. I mean, it's been on only 3, but I'm just like, wow, I'm surprised these people sign up to do that.
Yeah.
I guess it's just kind of like a can I do it kind of deal.
Oh,
You know?
no.
It's also called
Well,
Money.
there's her too. Yeah.
It looks kind of fun, though.
It's kind of interesting. Yeah, but it's a very.
It does not look fun.
Oh, okay.
You would never sign up.
No,
Never?
way.
Really?
I mean,
Well, unless they gave me a couple mil.
Oh, I mean, I guess it depends
Zach
on.
Shield. Who's this guy?
I don't
Fox
think
7
they're giving
Austin
them a
meteorologist,
couple
Zach
now.
Shield.
That last 1 week, I'm like, all right, just give me the money.
Well, that's the thing. I think that's there's no like voting element.
I
to the
can't
show.
jump to that thing.
They just either drop out or
That's it this week.
they get removed.
Yeah,
Like, they don't
yeah.
really. So I think maybe that's why I can't really get into it too much. I want some kind of drama, like voting drama.
Isn't there drama in these?
Well, it's dramatic.
Sometimes they break down and cry.
yeah, like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, another popular Netflix show, The Night Agent, it's set to premiere its second season, and the star of the show, Gabe Basso, stopped by in studio, talked to Katie. He was in town for a first responders screening of the show. Also toured Joint Base San Antonio. Gabe says they're already filming for season 3. Season 2 of The Night Agent premieres January 23rd.
Anybody watch The Night Agent?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I
good.
did. When it came out, I watched it. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun show.
Yeah. My favorite part of the interview was when Katie said, "Don't watch it alone in the dark," and he was like, "Do you have something that like assassins would like chase you for?" And then he's like,
She's like, don't worry about it. I'll ask the questions.
And he was like, "No, you're good." He's like, "You're with the Night Agent, so you're fine." So I thought it was pretty funny.
She scares easily, apparently.
That's pretty cool. I love
Don't
it when
answer
we
the
have-
phone, you'll be fine.
Already, that's just my standard practice.
Yeah.
From athletic conditioning to sports and youth programs, Hill Country Indoor has something for everyone to keep on track for your New Year fitness goals. Tiara was out in Bee Cave to check things out. You're looking at her doing one of the facility's TRX workouts. They're doing a no joining fee January with some savings if you become a member before January 31st. All those details you can find at hillcountryindoor.com.
There's so much stuff to do there. Like,
It's a
you know, on
huge
all of our
complex,
hits, yeah.
huge.
Yep.
They have that indoor track, which I think is always great.
Basketball
Oh, wow.
courts,
Yeah.
baseball cages.
Yeah. Bee Cave, right?
Yep. Yeah. My wife was out there doing that class.
Wait.
Before Tiara got, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
She's a member
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
Oh, that's
and,
funny.
and my father-in-law. Yeah. They're
Oh, how fun.
We got our first visit of the new year from Austin Travels. Pamela Blanc talked about an old favorite of hers, Big Bend National Park. She says this is the perfect time to visit when the weather is a little bit cooler. Also, you'll want to go before May of this year if you want to check out the Chisos Basin area as a major project is beginning in that spot. And we're cleaning here. The large Basin Road to Basin Campground and iconic trails like Lost Mine Trail and Window Trail and the Visitor Center and more will be closed for about 2 years.
long time.
For some big improvements to be made. Some other areas that have been closed for a while are just now opening up. All other parts of the park will remain open. Pam says you can still access those popular trails. You're just going to have to work a little harder.
Yeah, a
Get
little
up there,
farther
and,
to go, yeah.
that's why she said even though it can be so cold there right now, you won't want to do that in the colder times of year.
Right.
You make that
Yeah.
massive climb in the summer.
My parents and I stayed at that lodge, and it was
Oh,
pretty cool.
Jesus.
Yeah, because
Humble brag.
we wanted to stay so that way it was like easier for them to like walk to the
Yeah,
trails
yeah,
and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So I'm excited to see like the new lodge, like when it opens
Yeah.
up and stuff.
It was very retro when I went.
Yeah.
And normally that wouldn't be a place where I would be excited to say a super retro place. But the night before we had stayed in a safari tent in Marfa and we froze our butts.
So you were excited for
I
some
was
creature
so excited.
comforts.
Oh, this is great. This
Yeah.
is like 5-star hotel.
I kind of like a lot of the national parks. I feel like do have sort of that old like 60s kind
Yeah,
of feel,
yeah.
and I kind of like that. I know it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
older,
kinda cool.
but yeah,
That ended up being our best spring break trip.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Big
Remember when
Ben.
you did that a few years back?
Okay, yeah. I have a buddy who just literally got back today.
Did you climb some of those trails?
Oh, yeah.
The window trail's
Went
really
all the way
nice.
to the top.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I survived that.
Zach,
Well, yeah,
Zach
you
made the
already-
same face my dad did.
You're already established you don't want to be in the Fox competition show. So, yeah, that might be as tough as you get.
They didn't pay me to go to the top.
Not paying you. No.
No, you paid to go to the
Yeah, I
top.
know.
Right. Andrea Cook from Mad Science came by on her birthday to give us some lessons with balloons. She had Dave, Katie, and Zach do balloon bonding with air pressure and make a balloon bounce with clay.
We mostly just played around with balloons. And with- specifically with these long balloons that you can.
What was the science? Like,
I don't
what were
know.
you
I
trying
missed
to-
the science assignment.
Oh, okay.
What we're trying to
I couldn't
lesson.
quite figure that out from like watching either and like looking at it something to do with
I
like air
just like doing-
pressure.
I like the
and-
balloon
It's just a party.
Balloon is misspelled.
We made balance.
Unfortunate.
No,
Balance.
We
isn't
made
that-
balance.
That's the French. That's the French way.
Ballon.
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 Like a ballon.
Look at my ballon.
Ballon. Ballon.
I'm about to blow this.
What are you going to do?
Well,
oh, Lord.
So we'd shoot them all across the studio. Zach was probably wisely terrified that they were going to get stuck in the lights or something else. That might
Yes.
Oh, here you go. I
something
think this is when you're blowing it up and it's gonna.
I do my best. This is
I just love watching
This is part of the
Andre
part,
talk.
Andre giving us all the science that we
Yeah.
should have learned.
what?
Well, you were supposed to be paying attention to,
Yeah.
but you did not.
It took a while to get.
It's always hard to pump those balloons.
It kind
up
of
with a
mixes
little-
with the sound we're hearing
does,
behind
a
us
little
right
bit.
now.
Wait, you were afraid that the balloon was gonna get stuck in the
Yeah.
Well, then, and
Lights
then
and
it'll
then burn
burn.
up.
Yeah,
And then kick off the
like
fire
that
alarm.
like that shark.
Yeah. Like,
That shark
I
still up?
remember
much
the
like
shark.
the inflatable
I
shark.
Yeah.
can't remember how we got that shark bat down. Shoot it.
Our good friend Chad Eddings.
He just stood
Shark,
up.
our former producer. Well, I can show you on my Instagram.
Okay, all right. Well, let's show you. All right.
I don't know what. I'll never get this thing done. We have a payoff. I think I release it.
Wow, you got that real big.
And away it goes. And then we watch it. We're like cats. You can't tell where it goes, but you can tell by looking at us. Yep, that's how you know. Wow. Okay.
I love that.
That wasn't much of a payoff there, was it?
I'm sorry.
It was a big Monday recently here at Fox 7 Austin. Not only was it Amanda Salinas' birthday,
It was, as we
it
said
was
earlier,
also approximately one day off the date, 25 years ago, that Zach Shields slipped through security and started working here at KTBC, and he's never left. So in honor of that
Can't get rid of
milestone quarter-century achievement, we had a special guest in the house, Vaqueros, which Zach loves. I love too. We've had many a lunch out there, and they were kind enough to bring in a big
Didn't you say you had just eaten there like 2 days prior?
Yeah, but that's fine.
He had different
I
plates.
probably eat there every day.
That's how much he loves it.
Yeah, no, it was such a good
They
time.
brought
on
a
Monday.
spread for you, Zach.
It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of happiness.
For
and joy.
months.
I feel.
I know, I was
awful-
sick.
Yeah, Casey was sick. so
I'm
he
always
wasn't-
sick when we do
Yeah.
stuff.
Wasn't here.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
tell the truth, you didn't want to be here.
like, I'm not
sick.
celebrating that guy. Tensions on the set of Good Day Austin Round.
What were you saying, Zach?
But for months I've complained we haven't had a spread like that on our show
Yeah.
forever, and this
We
was a
fixed
very
that.
nice surprise.
I mean, they brought in everything for
That's
you.
my buddy
some-
Mark
Oh, I thought you were going to say that was my buddy Dave.
and Dave.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was a great day. And
Big theaters were
My big
wonderful.
question was who drank that big margarita?
don't
I don't
worry
think
about
anybody
it.
did.
I didn't
Yeah.
spill it.
It was
You might have.
It was
Yeah.
non-alcoholic.
Left me rather long.
Non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
So we could have.
Those fajitas were very.
Those were amazing.
The jalapenos, the roasted jalapenos, were just perfect. I mean, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they do a great job.
So,
Looks
I was
good.
very impressed.
And I love the variety of the menu. So if you're not really feeling the Tex-Mex, they have steaks and seafood. So.
Yeah. And he
Wait,
said
didn't
there's
you
a,
say one of your sons likes the chicken fried steak?
Yes.
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 That's
Chicken
right.
fried steak.
Yeah.
yes.
man, I
That's a
would
go-to.
have not have thought to get a chicken fried steak at Vaqueros. but-
Very delicious.
Okay. Have you had it?
Highly recommend it. Yeah.
Really?
They're connected to the Sun Ranch Steakhouse.
Yeah, do that. And then there's going to be a third location coming.
That's what he said.
Really?
He hinted at. Yeah.
And I think
Like
he
closer
also
to
mentioned that
town.
one
We
of
don't
the
know.
locations already has a children's play area.
Yeah, and the 360.
Right.
And the cool thing about that place, you get free ice cream. There's an ice cream machine in front. The kids are
I always love it.
I
for
love it
you.
too.
Always love
Yes.
free ice cream.
Yeah.
There's a little ice cream
I
machine.
must have walked past that every time.
Yes. You
Well,
go
you've
over
been
there,
multiple
ice
times
cream
and didn't
cone,
know.
take it to go. To go ice cream, yeah.
You got to let me.
Game changer. Well,
make
you're
sure
too
I-
busy. You take off. And I'm
Well,
like,
I
oh,
mean,
no,
when it's
stop,
over,
slow
it's time to
down.
go. We're able to get an after-dinner mint. Okay, we got to fix that.
All right, well, like we just said, it's Zach's silver anniversary here at KTBC. And while most of you probably watched him over the years, first on the weekends.
Been subjected to it,
Yes,
really.
on Good Day.
better.
How well do you actually know Zach? Don't worry, we got you covered in this week's video vault. About 8 years ago, still don't know exactly why. Zach says he can't remember. Zach shot this package
We were
detailing
just that out of
his
context.
career and life.
His own career.
So check it out.
Oh, boy. So far, 16 years being on the green wall forecasting Texas weather, but my love and passion for weather started at a very young age. You have to go back to grade school when I first thought weather was fascinating and not very scary. I always got really excited when big weather events were heading this way. I would track storms with the local meteorologist. Growing up, we didn't have internet just yet, so we had to rely on live cut-ins from those meteorologists. So sometimes I would stay up really late at night following these storms with them, and I would get in trouble. One time, I was like, okay, I want my own live Doppler radar. So for one of my birthdays, I asked my parents, okay, this is what I want. And of course, the answer was no. They said it was out of their price range. I grew up in the hill country and went to Llano High School. All my classmates knew I was really into the weather, so one of my nicknames was Weatherman. Even during a basketball introduction, they would say, Zach Weatherman Shields. After graduating from high school, in order to follow my dream, I had to find a school that had a meteorology department. My choices, Penn State, Oklahoma, Florida State, Texas A&M. And to save money, my parents decided, no, you're going to go to A&M. And it turned out perfectly for me. I didn't even visit the campus to see what it was like. I based it on what my friends said, hey, you're going to love the campus. And I thought, okay, if they have a meteorology department, I'm good to go. At A&M, I had the chance to understand what causes the weather and how to forecast it. Plus, I had the opportunity to be part of a radar research program. That was pretty cool. I was lucky to land my first job in Texas, and my new adventure took me to the Permian Basin, where I was the weekend meteorologist in Midland, Odessa. It was a fun job where I experienced blizzards, tornadoes, dust storms followed by mud balls. They also gave me the opportunity to storm chase a bunch. I was living a childhood dream to the fullest. Not only was I working on my forecasting ability and on-air on-air presence, but I also met my wife, Julie, in West Texas. In fact, we sometimes worked on the same newscast. That was a neat experience. In 2000, Fox 7 gave me a chance to move back home to keep doing what I love to do. I started on the weekends, and in 2004, I had the pleasure of following in the footsteps of the legend Gordon Smith after he retired, someone I admired and watched growing up in the hill country. I'll tell you, it's been a fun ride being a meteorologist. I tell everybody it's great being a weatherman because you're talking about your favorite subject, and the weather's always changing, so every day you have something different to talk about.
Hey.
Oh, look at that. Here you are.
That was cool.
Still
About 9 or 10. I don't know. Maybe I did the math wrong. But
No,
you said 16 at the
About 9 this
beginning.
year.
16 and 9 is 25.
Right. So I did it. I said it wrong. I said 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 8 and 9 is not 25. That's the extent of my math.
I was thinking it was 2024 but you know.
Donnie, thanks for finding it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, someone
You
had
don't,
it. It was
you don't
in the-
remember why
I
you
don't
did
remember
that?
why we did that.
Yeah.
I like to think it's because you stormed into the news director's office and I want to tell my story.
I think we all had
I have a very important story
I think
that
we all
needs
had
to
a
be
new
told.
one.
Did y'all
Like
do
how you started
They
in
remember?
your
No.
career and your...
Maybe it was right before I got here.
Oh, you know what?
You were here.
No, that's
16.
right, because we did a whole thing, because remember our old assignments manager, Jaime, they did like a behind the scenes thing, so maybe it was during that. When it was like, but
Okay, but they didn't do us. They just
Well, you
Yeah,
were
they
like-
didn't talk to us.
we were like really new here.
Why did they do Jaime?
never
It
cared.
was like,
I think they picked people
It was
like
too
had been here for a little bit.
Can we get back to when you asked your parents for a Doppler radar? how old were you?
I was probably 3rd, 4th grade.
Okay. Was this Christmas or birthday coming up? Like, hey, you know what I really like?
Probably birthday, yeah.
I bet they did preliminary. Is there like a non-professional, like a kid starter
yeah.
Doppler?
No.
No. They didn't.
I
even
wanted the big dish. And my dad's like,
you went on the real thing.
and plus we don't have all that money.
I'm gonna
Well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
of course.
I'm gonna look on Amazon today. Kids Doppler radar.
Remember back in the
Well, I
day?
don't know, like some little,
Yes.
get him some.
Or mini Doppler radar.
My first
Obviously,
Science experiments.
we know if your parents,
Baby's
I'm sure,
first Doppler.
encouraged you in your education and career.
Oh, I think the consolation prize was a weather
Ice
sensor.
cream on the
No,
the
weather
carrots.
system, like a weather rain gauge weather system.
Yeah,
He got
that's
rain gauge.
And then
reasonable.
like they just built me a whole weather
sensor.
studio.
Weather sensor.
Can't get you the radar,
Well,
but you know, here's the
Just
whole.
think about it. Back in the
facility
day when we were growing up, we didn't have the smartphone, and you
That's
could just
true.
dial up the radar and look at it. We had to wait until it came on the TV.
Born at the wrong
See,
time.
And you called time and temperature to find out.
Yeah, I never did that.
I did that all the time.
I did it all the time.
all
Now
the
you pick up
time.
the phone for
I have my
time.
own thermo.
I still remember the phone number.
Time and temperature.
Yeah,
How often did you
0884.
call time and temperature?
586-0884.
Don't call
Time and
this
temperature.
number. I'm sure that's an out of
Probably
town time and
something else,
We
temperature.
should call it later just to see.
We should.
No, I promise you, I'm not time and temperature. Spills.
It's all cleaned up. You did a good job.
Illicit phone numbers. Memory lane with Shields. We've given you a lot in this edition of the Good Day Austin Roundup.
Get details about the stories we talked about in the Good Day section of our website.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, Good Day also starts each weekday morning at 4:30 and weekends at 6 a.m.
You should do that show. You got to commit that to
I
memory.
can't remember.
All right.
It's been a while.
Okay.
About
4 years.
You can also watch on your Fox Local mobile and connected TV apps. They are free to download. Watch on your phone, as well as on those big platforms on the TV, Roku, and Apple.
Did you show up on time when you filled in?
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, when you filled in, you get to come in later. To be fair.
Yeah, I
Like
came in
when you used to
probably
do the show, you
5.
had to come in a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Drinking a Kolsch.
I know, man.
Cheers.
The effects are
All right,
being
remember,
felt.
you know, besides the morning show, the newscast, we've also got great shows streamed exclusively on those digital platforms like Amanda's Fox 7 Espanol, Tierra's Texas. Check it all out. Thanks for having a beer with us.
That was a long one. That was a long one.
Salud.
We need to drink after that one.
We've got to smell this table.
I think it's fine.
I don't know.
I think you're fine.
I don't know.
Smells
see if we
like
get an email.
plastic.
Smelling the table.
We finally hit a low.